Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
We'll just freestyle it.
Yeah, a little Tribe Called Quest. Episode 8. GWBT. Coming to you from Infusion Tea, College Park.
Yes, it's one of my favorite tea shops. So you guys should check it out.
Coffee.
And they have lots of fun, like, random gifts.
They have some funny shit here.
It's like you forgot somebody's birthday or Mother's Day, and you're like, oh, I need a gift on the fly. Come here. It's like stocked with that kind of stuff.
They have some great stuff. Like the coffee mugs here and what it says, they're hysterical. And then they have some I see over there that are just pretty.
Yeah.
So it's not just like stupid souvenir shit. Like it's really like quality stuff. Yeah, like.
What I'm trying to say also is if that you want to get me a gift, you should come here.
Or your grandpa. That might be the okayest.
Yeah.
World's okayest grandpa.
That's good for people who have a sense of humor and those who don't also. Because at least you'll think it's funny.
And it's super local. So they have a lot of local College Park / Florida stuff here.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Represent.
Pretty flowers and stuff too.
Hydrangeas.
Learn something new.
I knew this. She didn't. So today we're at a new location and we're not working out.
It's Saturday. Are you going to work out today?
I'm probably going to work out today. Yeah. Even on days that I don't work out, I kind of work out. Because I feel like you're such a slack ass, right? Well, that's what I feel about myself at least. So am I going to be like crazy hardcore? Nah.
Yeah. What
I'll probably do is I'll probably go in the garage, our normal spot.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do like a basic, just strength building workout, like 3 sets of 10 and 3 sets of 10 type of workout, just to be active and keep my blood flowing. Mm-hmm. And then I might just hang in the pool for a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Play outside with Bailey.
I feel like, because I'm sore from yesterday, or just kind of like icky.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go for a walk and do some yoga and just get like blood flowing.
Active recovery.
Yeah, because it just... feels like I feel like really tight.
Yeah. I think that kind of plays a role in like business as well, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're grinding every day, when you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, it's not a 40-hour work week. You don't clock in and clock out. It's like all the time. You have to kind of focus or strategize or think about what's going to happen next. Yeah.
Even when you're not doing anything, you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
which
seriously.
I've noticed, and I'm like... I spent 7 hours like thinking about this idea all week, but I haven't like actually done anything with it. But it's like you're constantly
So it's like just like in fitness when your body needs some recovery, but you want to keep moving to keep the blood flowing. It's kind of relevant in business too. Like you need a brain break, So to have an active recovery would be good. Just to kind of like get away from the computer for a little bit and. Meditate or just relax, catch some vitamin D and just kind of kick back a little bit and recharge. So I think that's what today's going to end up being, Yeah,
I think so. Because my ebb and flow, I'm looking for more balance because especially with like holding space and stuff, we'll have like every event or every new start will all fall in the same week. And so there's some weeks that we're working like 16 or 17 hour days and it's exhausting and we'll do it for like a few weeks. And then we have like... a chill time where everything's just running and we're kind of like doing maintenance stuff and then it's like so it's a very like it dips that way and maybe I'm not looking for balance. I used to be like I want balance and I want to be even and I don't want those like weeks where you're just like but I guess like we kind of perform better that way and I guess part of me would rather like put in like a couple 18-hour days for like a few weeks and then have it just be like more chill and then do it again.
Some businesses I guess are able to have a good balance, and then some businesses will have this like crazy ebb and flow, like you said, for example, if you're a business and you're dealing with children or parents in the school system, well, you're going to have a super slow summer where you essentially have to budget around that time of year for your staff or whatnot. And then during school, it's probably all hands on deck. So that industry certainly has an ebb and flow.
That's true.
So some businesses probably have a really good balance, and then others probably it's seasonal. You kind of have to be ready to like crush it during one part of the year and work crazy hours and pull your hair out, and the other part of the year be prepared to plan for the next season. Kind of use that time wisely for strategies and planning. For me right now, since the business is still kind of new, I feel like I'm always all hands on deck because we're trying to establish like a really consistent, good client base. So like I know that right now, before bringing anybody else on board, I can handle probably 3 more solid clients, you know, and if I get an odd combination of 3, then yeah, I might have to bring someone on board. And I really want that to happen, not just because I want my business to grow, but when I first started Candor Digital Media, I started it as Candor and Careers because I wanted to give college students an opportunity for work, you know? So if I could gather more clients, then I could actually, in a way, give back to the community by hiring people, by helping the jobs, you know, community and stuff. So I'm pushing right now. So like I don't have this ebb and flow. I have just constant grind. So today I think it's going to be a good, you know, 30-minute workout in the garage and maybe a couple hours in the pool and try to take my mind off things before I have to get back on it.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe drink some more coffee later. I'll definitely drink more coffee.
We can talk about coffee.
We could always talk about coffee. But this is actually a great environment. Like,
it's soothing.
Katie and I have met here before for coffee. And it was good. And I actually had food here last time because I was starving, remember?
Yeah.
I had buffalo broccoli tacos, I think it was. It was actually good.
I think it's all
vegan and veggie.
Vegetarian.
Yeah.
I think.
Something like that. It was super great.
Food's good.
Yeah, it was really good. But this is a good change of pace. Usually we're like dripping sweat talking to you guys. And today's a little bit more casual.
It's funny though, because in the dripping sweat days, I'm usually kind of like a little bit zoned out at first. I'm like, today I'm that way a little bit just because it's early.
Oh no, there's some days where you're crazy focused and like it's a big knowledge bomb for me. So it might depend on the workout.
It's ebb and flow. What did I tell you? I'm like, you either got me and I'm really on, or I'm kind of like, where are we?
Yeah, for sure.
That's
for
okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna embrace the ebb.
Yeah, right.
And the flow.
Why not? So I guess for our listeners and watchers, watch. It's the mic. Are you a business owner, entrepreneur of sorts? What's it like for you? Do you have active recovery days? I find that I need them right now because I go to sleep thinking about how I'm gonna do stuff. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking like, oh my gosh, I should have done this. And I know I'm gonna hone in on my process, but what about y'all? Like, what do you do, or how are you experiencing the ebb and flow of your business? And do you have those active recovery days where you know you have to grind, but you also know you almost have to detox from thinking?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So do you have to build in time to rest, or do you rest so much that you're trying to build in time to do work?
Good call. I guess people could have too much active recovery.
Side. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no time for that when you're a business owner. You don't have time to just like, blow things off.
Well, if you do, the like anxiety builds like to such a degree that you're like, and then you can't rest. You're like, I have 8,000 things to do.
Yeah.
But some people, I guess I'm definitely an ebb and flow. I'd rather do all 8,000 things in the same day. Like I'll sit down and do all of them than do like 4 each day here. That's just the way. I want to start and finish all of it.
Yeah, I definitely need closure on my tasks. I don't like starting one task and then having to start on another and then leaving that one to start on a third one and then having closure on the first one the next day. I can't stand that. It frustrates me and it leaves me a little loopy, and I actually tend to forget more things. Even though I've been listing, I started using this app called Todoist, and I create a list now. Am I 100% on it? Not really, but it's a process. But yeah, I hate not completing something and having closure. Like,
that's what it feels like to have ADD. That. I think.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Huh?
Like being like seeing next time. No, like you like they're more comfortable with that.
Oh,
that's what
gotcha,
it feels
gotcha,
like in their head.
Yeah.
Like everything is always started, but nothing's finished, and then it's the next thing, but they can't stop.
Yeah.
Going to the next thing. Like I was like, that sounds awful. Like, just do the one thing.
That's got to be difficult. I can imagine that not all of them really like that.
And I think when you get overwhelmed, like I was like doing like an insane overhaul cleaning job at someone's house the other day, and I was like looking around being like, And then I was like, okay, focus, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And I stayed in each room like until it was done. And I would like look around and be like, oh God. And then I was like, stay here, one thing at a time. And that's how, like when I moved to this house and like I had movers help me box stuff, and they put stuff from different rooms in the same boxes.
Are you freaking out a little bit?
And I unpacked the entire house by myself in like 2.5 days, but I stayed up like the entire time because I was like, I have to finish this. Drove me nuts. And it was like moving boxes from here to here, and I was like one room at a time. But the mixed boxes like threw me because I was like, this is not for this room. But it was like one, you know, and it all finished, but one thing at a time. So if you tend to get overwhelmed because you have so much to do, like just look at the first tier of that list and like one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Just finish one. Don't even look at the rest. One.
I'm finding that's exactly what I'm doing with the list that I'm creating right now is, you know, email this person and then, you know, do this and then call this person and then go to this meeting, you know, so I'm able to like, I press it, I hit the check mark, and then it gets striked out on that app, and it's great because it's visually, there's closure visually. I'm like, okay, I finished that, and I can move on. But sometimes, like, okay, I emailed this person, and then I make another item on the list later, like follow up, you know. So it's like, but it's still closure, even though I'm creating another item. It helps.
And I think at least for me, the entire motivation and point of lists is that once it's on the list, I don't have to have it in my head anymore. Yeah. I literally don't have to think about it. The only thing I have to remember is check your list.
Yeah, that's
it.
That's new for me.
That's literally it. And so people are like, oh, I hate lists or I can't do that. And I'm like, but you won't forget anything that way.
Yeah.
And you're also not stressed out with like, what was I supposed to be doing? And you don't, just look at your list. Yeah. There it is.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that certainly helps. And couple podcasts ago we had a discussion and there were lists involved in the discussion because Katie's like a list Nazi, but it's good because I learned a lesson and I acted on it, and I think the next day I committed to starting a list, and then it took me probably 3 days to actually use it, but at least I started, right? So I think going back to what we were talking about before and having like those active recovery days for fitness and having an active recovery day for business, you know, I'm going to relax. I'm going to take a few hours today and just chill and know that later on I can sit down and be like, okay, laptop's open, time to work. What do I do?
Right.
I don't have to think about what I have to do. I can open up that list.
Exactly.
And so it's actually going to make the less hours I work today, it's still going to make the time efficiency on point.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not like clamoring around like, oh, what was that? You
know?
So I think, you know, it piggybacks, you know, the fact that you could still be super efficient and productive even on days like normally I would try to grind all day, but I'm not today. I feel like I need a brain break.
Yeah, for sure. And yesterday was kind of my brain break. Like I played with mini ponies for most of the morning.
Not a mini pony.
Not a mini pony. Super feisty.
I'm a pony.
They're horses. Something you might not know is that mini ponies have the same size mouth and eyes as a full-size horse, and they're also like a little bit angry,
kind of salty.
A little bit.
They don't
salty.
Like being called mini. I think they just want to be ponies, and
like,
horses.
Why
are
do
horses.
I have this giant mouth? I'm gonna taste everything, and by taste I mean like bite. Like, can I eat you? It's like no. Like, they don't know what they are. I'm like, you're not a carnivore. Like you're a mini pony. Act right.
I'm not a mini pony. I'm just a pony. Just because I'm smaller than a horse doesn't make me mini. It makes me not a horse.
Why am I not my own
thing?
Like, they didn't even get their own name. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a donkey, and then there's like ponies, and then there's horses, and they're like, you know.
The fuck, even a zebra got a name.
But different, yeah. So they're mad. They're super cute, though. So I did that, and then I worked out with Jensen, and like ran around Whole Foods. And so today is my day to like work. But now that I've rested, I actually want to do it, which is totally different. Yesterday I was like kind of brain foggy, and so I rested. Now I'm ready.
Crush it.
Which is way better than being like trying to force myself to work yesterday and being like, I was like, no.
I don't like forcing it either. You getting your hair did today?
Yeah, so I have to get pictures taken for my new website.
Personal branding.
Hey.
Holla. I'm getting my hair did today.
It's hair day. This is our self-care Saturday. Everyone's getting our hair done.
Self-care Saturday. Active rest and self-care Saturday. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to get it tightened up. It's starting to get a little crazy up top. little fluffy down bottoms. Try to tame the mane. Yeah.
I'll be a whole new person on our Monday recording.
Yeah, our Monday recording, we're not going to look the same.
You won't even recognize us.
You won't recognize us at all. Who are these imposters on Garage Weights and Business
Maybe I'll bring
Takes?
a mini pony.
That's not Katie and Jensen. That's not Bailey. That's a pony. That's not a lab.
You're hilarious.
Poor Bailey.
Maybe on April Fool's Day we'll like figure out how to work in a mini pony. What if you can rent them? I'm gonna rent one.
I'm sure you can rent
and like
a
show
mini
up at my
pony.
mom's house or your house and be like, I got one.
Petting zoo type shit for birthdays,
it's my
right?
companion animal. You can take it everywhere.
Your emotional support mini pony.
It's just the opposite because they're so mean. It just stresses me out. I'm like, at least I'm not focused on myself. I'd be like, no, mini pony.
No mini pony.
Don't do that.
No MP. I don't want a mini pony on the podcast.
Eats my whole car.
I know. He would eat the mic. We need the mic.
We need the mic.
This has been an interesting podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are going to think about this one.
I hope they'll probably like it.
I'm still curious to know about your active recovery days, fitness and business. Like, how do you handle it? I'm still curious about how other people do it because it might help me hone my skills.
Yeah, that's true. Share with us your method to your madness. Plus, look at the whole idea of this. I feel like people listen to podcasts and stuff sometimes. I don't know if they do this. I'm just making this up, but
go with it.
And then they'll like ask you questions, and I'm like, I wonder if people are actually responding to this. And you should respond.
You should,
especially because we're like just so up and coming. You want to get us before we get famous. One,
grassroots.
JK.
Get
Two,
in there.
like the whole idea is just to connect with people in the community. So like, answer our questions.
Damn it. Answer the damn question.
Seriously. Answer them though.
I think it would be pretty cool if there was engagement. Like, we're pretty much just talking to my phone, not knowing anybody's really going to watch. It would be really cool if somebody does comment.
My mom will watch, but she won't know how to comment. So she'll be like, she'll probably talk to it. She'll be like, I said like so many comments. You guys hear them?
I was answering you the whole time.
We couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
So
I might have to like pay people to engage, like, please.
I think some people will. We could just tag a bunch of people and be super obnoxious.
We're gonna have haters.
You think so?
Probably.
I think that's how you know, like, you've made it, though.
Oh yeah.
They
So
say, like,
success is determined by the amount of haters you have.
I mean, if they hate you, then they know you.
This is true. But don't hate us. That would be really bad.
Have we said anything really controversial?
We haven't.
I don't think so.
No.
Unless it's like a PETA for mini ponies.
I was just about to say, unless there's like this I love mini pony support group.
Like, I'm all about the mini pony, but like, they got issues.
Well, I think they deserve to just be called ponies.
But they're not ponies.
What's a pony? A horse.
What is a pony?
So a horse is a horse.
Look up, like,
a horse, of course.
Yeah.
Unless it's Mr. Ed.
A pony is a small horse.
Which is a mini pony.
Yeah.
So he's just a pony. Why does he have to be mini?
Yeah, it doesn't seem politically correct.
It doesn't.
That's how we feel.
We love mini ponies. Don't hate us because of our mini pony comments. And if you have anything to say about mini ponies and horses and their status,
God, if you have a mini pony,
it'll be
hit
dope.
us up.
Yeah, like tag us in an Instagram post of
wanna,
you and your mini pony.
We will come do a podcast with your pony.
As long as you're local. I'm not like driving too far, like just putting that out there.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, Orlando area only.
Please, yeah. This has been interesting conversation.
It was a good talk.
Good for Saturday.
Yeah.
Self-care Saturday. Brain break.
Spring break.
Digital detox.
Yeah.
Active recovery.
Oh, so many things.
There's a lot of hashtags to go with this one.
Yeah.
Hashtagging up.
Yeah. Cool. So enjoy your. Well, I don't know what day they'll be watching this, but
I don't know either.
If it's a Saturday,
whatever. I could launch this on a Tuesday, and they still might watch it on a Saturday, so it would work.
Yeah, just watch it again on a Saturday. Maybe it'll
make more sense. Yeah, and drink coffee with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat a donut.
Yes. Have your morning donut. I had one yesterday. Yeah. It was good. I'm not used to that.
It's so funny. I texted Sarah Beth and I was like, I want a donut. Yesterday. She's like, get one. And I'm like, I can't. I'm on my way to Ponies. But you had one.
I did. And it was like too much sugar.
Was it?
Yeah.
What kind of donut was it?
It's just a regular old like glazed Krispy Kreme donut. But since I'm not used to eating a whole ton of sugar,
those donuts are like...
It smacked me upside my face. It was just like air and sugar.
Yeah. Sometimes their donuts are like a little too potent.
Yeah, it was for real, but it went down so easy.
Right?
Yeah,
That's what
good.
happens though.
Especially when they're warm.
Yeah.
Have a donut, have a coffee. Join us next time on Garage Waits.
And business takes.
That's a wrap.
Bye.
I don't know if that was a disaster or not.
It felt like, I like that I was talking about ADD because in my head I'm like, well, I'm bouncing like.
Come here.
I thought you were going to say it wasn't recording. I was like, you got to be
Oh
kidding
no,
me.
it's recording.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of showing. This is
Yeah.
yeah. How funny, Jared, my buddy. Hey, my buddy just texted. Are you at Infusion Tea? I'm like, yeah, I am.
How did you know that?
He probably drove by. He lives here.
Oh.